Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. We're now going to talk to you about the big story that we're tracking this evening. There has been a big development in the Coimbatore blast case. The Tamil Nadu government today has decided to recommend the transfer of the case to the NIA or the National Investigation Agency. Remember, this in the backdrop of a cylinder explosion in a car that happened near the Kottai Easwaram temple on Sunday. 5 people have been arrested so far, and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of the UAPA was also invoked against the 5 accused. Now, the Coimbatore police had identified the arrested accused as Mohammad Dala, aged 25, Mohammad Azruddin, aged 25, Mohammad Riaz, aged 27, Firoz Ismail, aged 27, and Mohammad Nawaz Islam, again aged 27, all hailing from Coimbatore district. It later emerged that Mubin, the man who died in this blast, was already examined by the National Investigation Agency way back in 2019 for suspected ties to a radical network related to various activities. The BJP, remember, had already alleged that there was a cover-up by the state government resulting in delay of action. So the question is there a lot more than what meets the eye?
Case of a suicide bomber because he makes his intention clear. The way he was driving that vehicle, the nature of the incident, everything points out to the fact that this guy is a very radicalized youth.
We're now going to bring you some very crucial details of what top intel sources are telling us here at CNN News 18 or why it looks like a failed terror attack. Look at these details very carefully. The plot was to conduct a Fidayeen-style attack. What we're also picking up is the attack planned to spread havoc during the festival of Deepavali. The terror suspect Mubin was drilled in 2019 by the NIA, as I already pointed out. A lot is being said about his last WhatsApp status message as well. I'll talk to you about that in just a bit. 78 kgs of explosive material was found at Mubin's home. What was it doing there? That's the question that's being raised by the BJP. The plot to replicate a 2019 Easter Sunday attack in Sri Lanka. A lot of parallels being drawn to that. A lot of parallels being drawn to the 1998 bomb blast as well because of the usage of cars and similar explosives. Mubin met ISIS terrorist Azruddin in prison. What was the meeting all about? Azruddin has been linked to the Easter attack planner Zaran Hashim as well. So a larger nexus at play. One suspect linked to Al-Umma terrorist Basha as well. Now remember, Basha was behind the 1998 Coimbatore blast, which, remember, at that point had killed almost 50 people. The cops are now calling this a cylinder blast, not a suicide attack. CCTV visuals are also showing how explosives were actually loaded in that car. And all of this happening at the time of Deepavali and outside a temple. The timing cannot be missed. There is clear proof that ISIS cells are active in the state of Tamil Nadu. Evidence of efforts by state police to play down the attack. That's the allegation that's coming in from the BJP as well. Let me bring in our newsmaker this evening. We have the Tamil Nadu BJP State President K. Annamalai now joining us this evening. Sir, we appreciate you taking our time and joining us here on this edition of The Right Stand. I want to understand from you, on day one itself, you had said there is a lot more than what meets the eye. How were you so convinced on day one itself?
Madam, when the blast happened, immediately a lot of our karyakartas and everybody were there in the morning. They have observed nails. They have observed nails and ball bearings in that area. And then only we knew it is something sinister. It is not a simple thing. When they were our party functionaries were reporting, the local public were reporting. When the state police called that as a cylinder blast, it was not only worrying, it was very shameful, madam. When there is a ball bearing inside, when there is a nail inside, a classic case of an explosive thing, how can you call that as a cylinder attack? Then we put pressure on the government with a statement saying, please be open. This is a terror incident. The government started to demean us. We waited for 48 hours. When we did not have any other recourse, when the government still called that as a cylinder blast, then we had to call a major press conference yesterday, release out some details and say when all those things are happening, when you have seized explosives in the home more than 40 kg, when you are not disclosing, you have arrested 5 people but not booked them under UAPA Act, which is the Terrorist Act, your Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. You call all this, it's a shameful, you are trying to cheat the Tamil Nadu public. It is a very serious issue that is happening in Coimbatore. Why do you want to do it? Then the police were forced to book an UAPA, then transferred to NIM. The whole thing looked suspicious from moment one. Because how did nails and ball bearings come there when it is a mere cylinder blast?
I also want to talk to you about what you had spoken about Mubin, the one who actually died in this blast, and the last WhatsApp message of him that was actually seen. Are you convinced this was a Fidayeen attack?
Madam, this message, he has apparently changed his status of the WhatsApp message 2 days before. And the wordings is very clear. In the wording, he clearly mentions that the news about my death reaches you, forgive my mistake, hide my shortcoming, participate in my Janaasa, which is funeral, and pray for me. So this is a very clear statement where he is inviting people to his funeral. And the state police hiding that also. We were never interested to go and harm any investigation. 48 hours, when you are refusing to book UAPA, initially we called a terror attack, waited for 2 full days before calling this as a suicide attack.
Sure.
The police still not responding. We didn't have a choice, madam. When it is very clear, the message, the way it was framed, everything looked suspicious because this guy was investigated in 2019 by the NIA. During the Easter bombing attack also,
correct.
Coimbatore, that area, which was instrumental in the 1998 Coimbatore bomb blast, where more than 60 people died. The area in which the bomb originated, the car originated, everything points to a very telltale sign that this time it is much more deeper than what the police were talking about.
I want to understand, how are you seeing the move by the state government today? Today, the state government has finally said that we want to make a recommendation for the case to be given over to the NIA. Do you think it's coming too late in the day?
Ma'am, firstly, I'm happy that the case, we are happy, Tamil Nadu people, the case is going to NIA because it's a professional agency. They can go to the root of this case, find out the real accused, the modules which might be active in Tamil Nadu, which is still might be dormant also. We want everybody to come out. Madam, for a kind information, madam, 3 months back, one person was picked up in E Road. He was plotting a Paris-style truck attack, unheard of Tamil Nadu. The central agencies have picked up. He has brought a truck. He wanted to take the truck in a Ganapati procession and kill people. But due to the sensitivity nature of that incident, we never disclosed it out.
Okay.
In the last month, when the PFI got banned, in 32 places, the functionaries of BJP's houses, properties were bombed, including BJP office, the office in which I am sitting and talking to you now, ma'am. We had central office in Chennai.
Okay.
This got bombed five months before by a person. So Tamil Nadu, in the last 16 months, we are seeing this kind of telltale signs across the state. So that is why we are very worried. It is becoming a haven for the anti-nationals, whereby they are operating at will. We are more worried about that. We hope NIA, ma'am, for your kind information, madam, we had a NIA in Tamil Nadu. For 2 years, it was not given a police station status. We have written 3 letters in the last 16 months saying, please give a police station status. In 2019, when NIA picked up somebody, the FIR was registered in Kochi.
Okay.
Because only Kochi NIA had an FIR.
Sure.
Only last week, CM has given permission for the police station status because they're very clear, nothing resembling a central government should come inside the state.
You know, what I want to talk to you specifically is about the manner in which this blast happened, the timing, if at all. It happens a day before Diwali, it happens outside a temple. Do you think there was a deliberate attempt to stoke communal passions?
Of course, ma'am, there was a deliberate attempt to stroke communal passions. In fact, the day the blast got reported at 4 a.m., when we got to know at 6 a.m. only, we told our party functionaries very clearly nobody should speak.
Okay.
Except the state president and the designated spokesperson. Nobody will speak anything so that an unrest gets created in Coimbatore, which is ripe for a communal tension. We stopped our people from reacting, though it was very tense in that morning. But having said it, madam, a day before Deepavali, a car, I don't think temple was the attack, ma'am. They want to get into a shopping area. Since the police checkpost starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, they want to reach that area before 9 and park the car. So luckily there was a speed breaker outside the temple. When the car was running over, the cylinder head came out and car got stopped. So the plan was to go deep inside the city, probably target a shopping area where people are more crowded a day before Deepavali. So the plot is very sinister. So we hope NIA will get to the root of that issue.
You're saying there was a larger sinister plot at play. So are you then worried about a pattern that is emerging from Tamil Nadu because of the various ISIS links that are also emerging from the state?
Yes, madam. Because Kerala, the neighboring state, had sent a lot of people to ISIS when ISIS was declaring a state. From Tamil Nadu also, a handful of people have gone to Turkey, Syria to join ISIS. So it became powder cake. So Easter bombing, somehow the link came to Tamil Nadu, Palakkad, they picked up. Then the police was trying to control. Now continuously for the last few months, we are seeing central agencies picking up somebody who wanted to do a truck style attack like Paris in Erode. Erode is a place you never heard communal tension. Though in the Congo region, Salem is a place you never heard a communal tension because you are picking up radicalized youth from those areas. At one end, the state government, no agent will come into the state. You cannot have NIA station. The state will manage. When you don't deny that access also, everything is coming out now, madam.
Lastly, sir, before I let you go, I want to understand the DMK has taken a couple of days to react. Why do you think that has happened?
It's very shameful, ma'am. When DMK jumps the gun and they go to reputed national televisions like you and give all kinds of statement about Hindi, this, that. So from yesterday, such a serious nature, they couldn't answer any of the allegations we raised yesterday. And there is a total ban of spokesperson going to national media like you and to the state media. Nobody is coming. Nobody is talking, which clearly shows they've got a lot of things to hide. They're trying to hide. I think in the NIA investigation, not only they should investigate who did it, they should also investigate the investigation that happened in the 48 hours. How did the investigation happen? Was there a deliberate omission? Was there a deliberate way to sidestep the investigation? Even that should be taken care by the NIA. That is our new request.
Okay. Kiran Malai, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for taking our time and joining us here on CNN News 18. So the question that we're asking this evening is this. As far as the Coimbatore terror plot is concerned, was there a cover-up? Let me also now bring in our guest to take this discussion forward. We have the Vice President, Tamil Nadu of the BJP, Narayan Tirupati. From the DMK, we have their spokesperson, Salem Dharanidharan, and former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, Vikram Singh. Good to have all of you on the broadcast with us. Salem, I want to begin the conversation with you. The BJP from day one has been saying that there is a lot more than what meets the eye. They are saying there was a deliberate, desperate attempt in form of a cover-up by the state government. Why?
No. See, BJP is doing cheap politics. BJP Tamil Nadu president is doing cheap politics. BJP Tamil Nadu president is not the investigating officer. He's not even in the union government's organizations such as NIA or the IP. The TN police is not hiding from anybody. The job of intelligence is to not leak information. Whatever investigation we do should remain within us. That has happened and that was communicated with the NIA and IP. When NIA investigation will proceed, it will be clearly shown that Tamil Nadu government has acted with alacrity. In fact, we have acted with alacrity. It's only because of the efficient law and order situation in Tamil Nadu and proper checking that no untoward incident happened. The extremists could not leak the target because of the TN police checking. Immediately after the incident, TN DGP visited the spot with senior officials and For example, for any crime, the first 24 hours is very important.
True.
Immediately after the incident, TN police viewed the CCTV camera, and under secrecy, only because we maintained secrecy, we were able to view the camera and make sure that 5 people were arrested. If you had leaked the information, those people would have gone elsewhere.
No, but the BJP is asking this. They're saying, why isn't the DMK coming on record and calling this a failed terror attack? Because that's exactly what it was. And the examples that I gave when I started the show, the parallels that are being drawn to the Easter bombings or even the 1998 blast, and the evidence that has been found on the ground in form of nails and others. So is the DMK going to go on record and call this a failed terror attack is the question that the BJP is asking.
No. See, the question is, why should we tell to the BJP opposition party in Tamil Nadu with less than 5% vote share, or to the news media? Our job is to communicate with the NIA or the IB or the relevant organization. If we have not done it, then they will come back and tell us. Right? It's not our job to go and tell the media or anyone else. Proper work has been done. With 6 teams were formed. Within 12 hours, the houses were raided and people were arrested. So no state government in Indian history has acted with this much agility and presence of mind. And I will also go further and say there is some rumors that foreign hands were also involved in this. If that is the case, then it's clear intelligence failure with the union government. R and IB, RA and IB, is their duty to provide intelligence. Has RA and IB come and told that we have provided intelligence information? No, they have not said. Pulwama happened. Did Prime Minister Modi, Honorable Prime Minister Modi resign? In 2020 Delhi riot, it was very clear that it was Indian government's intelligence failure. Right?
Narayan Tirupati responds to the criticism that's coming in from the DMK, and he's making a valid point. He's saying, when the investigation is in such a nascent stage, why should we put out all the information? And look, we already acted. 5 people have been arrested and the investigation is now taking its own course. Why should we disclose all the information to the BJP?
See, what all about the incident, my President, Mr. Annamalai, has very clearly said. Now, there is only one question I want to ask the DMK, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Stalin today has ordered recommending the transfer of Coimbatore incident to NIA. But in his letter or the order, it is mentioned, it is very surprising that the entire statement of the government mentions that this terror incident as a car cylinder blast, that's all. The absence of words like terrorism or an act of terror, terrorist act at any place, it is absent. So it has very clearly exposed that the Tamil Nadu government is treating this incident as an ordinary incident of a cylinder blast in the car. So the questions, then after that in the letter also, they say, my question is that, why should you transfer an ordinary cylinder blast case to an NIA? What is the need to strengthen Coimbatore district security in lieu of this just a cylinder blast? If the Tamil Nadu government considered it to be a case of an ordinary car cylinder blast, then why and how the state government speculates a possibility of, as my friend Dharanidharan said, across state dimensions or international links to the blast? What is the need to immediately set up 3 police stations in Coimbatore for a simple cylinder burst? Why was it decided to create a special force for an ordinary cylinder burst?
Mr. Dharanidharan, would you want to take that before I bring in Vikram Singh as well? That on one hand, the state government is saying this is just a cylinder blast. On the other hand, you're increasing vigil on the ground, and you also want the... One second, Narayan Tirupati. And on the other hand, you also want the case to be shifted to the NIA, which means the state government is also realizing there has been an intelligence failure at the state level as well.
Ma'am, if there was an intelligence failure, how do you think these 5 people would have been arrested, immediately investigated, and UAP would have been filed? There was no intelligence failure. Intelligence job is to maintain secrecy.
Not your police.
If you have not, it does not mean that we have not done the proper work, right? It's baffling that an IPS officer, ex-IPS officer could not understand SOP of a terrorist act. I'm not even saying that investigation will say what it is, but across the world, information in such situations is kept secret. Even the High Court and Supreme Courts have urged the state governments to keep secrecy. If the supposed extremists are caught, it's only because of the DMK government. We are doing our job. Unnecessarily, BJP is doing politics and helping this terrorist to escape. That is the problem. They should keep quiet, cooperate with the state government.
You are not allowed me to finish.
Okay. Narayan Tirupati, make your point.
Yeah. See, all these things we need to understand that the government, the Tamil Nadu government, the DMK, does not want to show to the world that this is an act of terror. Why it is missing? See, suppose in case that, as Mr. Annamalai had said, this incident has not happened, what would have happened? This car had reached some other place in the morning, crowded place before the Diwali day. What would have happened? And that was the plot. That is what we are saying. And they are not bothered. Why the DMK President Mr. Stalin has not condemned so far? What is the intention of the government? Why it is covering up? That is what we are asking. You are not bothered about the people of Tamil Nadu. You are not bothered about the lives of the people. That is what we are asking.
Vikram Singh, I want to understand from the... One second. Vikram Singh has been patiently waiting. Let me bring in him. Vikram Singh, what I want to understand is what was essentially being seen as a cylinder blast, but with the details that are now emerging of the man who has died, who was already interrogated by the NIA in 2019, and all the links that are emerging of those 5 who've been arrested, is it fair to call this a failed terror attack?
Ridhima, with my experience, I can tell you this is nothing but a failed terrorist attack. All the ingredients are shaking from the rooftops. The recovery of 75 kilograms of explosives from the house of the deceased Mubin, the shrapnels, the marbles, the iron nails, the aluminium nails, the ball bearings, they all go to indicate that they were weapons of massive offense and mass destruction and collateral damage. That it did not happen is a matter of tremendous good luck for everybody. And these actions and these incidents, communal harmony and national security are best left aside, and politics does not penetrate into these sensitive issues. There is business known as right to know and need to know. Of course, there cannot be any premature disclosures when it comes to such sensitive investigation. But yes, the people have a right to know that there is a terrorist attack with international ramifications. Azharuddin was not a child. He was interrogated by the NIA in 2019. True. And if he was hobnobbing with Mubin, then it was something that he should have been flagged. His movement should have been flagged. He should have been in a constant watch. Well, it is a matter of satisfaction that the government has chosen to hand over the investigation to the NIA. But the fact of the matter is that it is a failed terrorist attack, because there's a world of difference between an ordinary cylinder blast and such a blast wherein it was almost a killing machine that has been rigged up by a potential terrorist. Look what his last words were. They are indicative of the fact that he was a Fidain, and he had programmed and chosen his words so that he becomes immortal and for posterity. That did not happen for him. But yes, the people have a right to know what international ramifications are there and where they are living and what precautions they need to take.
Selim, two things that I want to understand from you, and this is what the BJP is asking. One, they're asking that you are the party in power, you have the state government, so why was there complete silence over the last 2 days? More importantly, there is a big allegation that is being made by K. Annamalai, who is the BJP president as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. He is saying the temple wasn't even the main target. It was a shopping area close to the temple, and if that went through, God forbid, we don't know how many casualties would have followed.
See, I think the ex-IPS officer should be a novel writer. You can't speak on illusion, right? Listen, you can't speak on illusion. No, listen, I'm not saying.
Shame on you people to talk like this.
You do not know what was the target. How do you know what was the target? How do you know what was the target? How can he know? How does he know? Is he part of the Union government intelligence?
Have some responsible talk.
One second, okay. So make your point. Why the silence by the state government?
How does he know?
And did we miss the original target, which was actually an area nearby?
Only the DMK people don't
understand. Okay, Tirupati, let him make his point.
No, the DMK don't
how does he know? You see, the intelligence of the Union government, he was just a middle-level officer, ex-officer in Karnataka state. Nothing to do with the intelligence. Has he ever worked with the intelligence? No. How does he know? No, I'm not saying yes or denying. I'm saying we do not know. Let the investigative officers do their job. Like the DGP sir who spoke earlier said, these are matters of national security.
The DGP said
we should not do politics with it.
There was no terror angle.
Only because of politics we are discussing this. Let the state government and the union government respective organizations do the job. This is cheap politics done by Tamil Nadu. BJP
Narayan Tirupati, what I want to understand is, between this blame game, aren't we doing a disservice to the investigation?
Because he thinks when there is communal divide, communal harmony disturbed, he will have few chances. His vote percentage will increase from 2 to 3.
Narayan Tirupati, I'm running out of time. I want to understand this from you. While the DMK is saying we've done everything in our part, we were ready with all sort of proof. We wanted to take it slow. We didn't want to jump the gun either. Arrests have already been made, and now we're saying transfer it to the NIA. I'm trying to understand, between this political back and forth, aren't we doing a disservice to the investigation?
See, we have to understand this first. The people of Tamil Nadu should have been alerted, because it was the day previous day to Diwali. So the people should have known this. So you have totally hidden everything from the people of Tamil Nadu. The DGP said that there is no terror angle to this issue. The first day, why you have not done that? 5 people, the CCTV has very clearly exposed 5 people carrying explosives. You have definitely, you should have told that. The 3 days have gone. After 72 hours, you are transferring to NIA. You should have done this on 21st, 23rd itself. This is what we have been saying. You have detained more than another 8%. That is what Mr. Annamale has said.
Narendra Pati, but this is what the DMK is now saying, that yes, you wanted the case to be transferred to the NIA. That's exactly the recommendation that has been made by the state government today. And they're saying, on our part, we've already made some arrests. The investigation is already taking place. And unfortunately, we'll have to leave that conversation there. I appreciate all our guests taking our time and joining us on this edition of The Right Stand. With that, it's a wrap from my side. Brass Tacks with Zaka Jacob is up next.